Hey everybody, I'm Sam.
And I'm Will,
and we are
Working Title. I thought that was a big ass spider right there. That's kind of scared me for real. I go
guys, it's Mob Psycho.
Woo!
This is season 1, episode 8. The older brother bows destructive intent.
Oh.
Hopefully, this means that Ritsu is going to bend the knee to Mob, battle the brothers. Hopefully, that'd be cool. Because last on, Ritsu gained his powers, and a very evil demeanor has spawned in its place. So, we'll have to find out. But first, you should leave a like if you like this video. You should subscribe if you enjoy this channel and you've stick around so far, because obviously we have 3 seasons of Mob, and we'd love you to join us on that journey. You can also check out the Patreon, where you can get Uncut and early access up to 3 weeks. And yeah, we're gonna hop into the reaction. We'll see you there. Punch it. Oh. He's such an innocent soul, and it hurts knowing that like heartbreak is on the way.
I can ask you. I can't take him seriously. There's so many people unconscious. No, don't leave. We might need your help. Damn. So does he have some control of it too? Yeah.
This will not bode well for Ritsu. Oh, he just dipped out.
Oh shit, he can do it without him now.
It's gonna be a lot more radical, I imagine. It's gonna be a lot harder. You've had a little surrogate helper.
Dude.
Aww.
Wow, you did it! So now I'm going to murder you.
If you punch Mob, you are the worst.
You don't need to fight.
Aww.
I mean, in fairness, that's actually a real concern.
Yeah. You just need to let out your anger.
Damn, he just walked right by him. I like how they can all get up.
Like they've just been playing dead the whole time. They're really interested in the drama.
Well, that seems sinister. That was kind of cool.
Mob is like low-key scary, too. There you go. And it looks... Yeah, Will, this is the base. This is the...
That's the lab.
Oh, they took the lab. Okay, so it's the reverse of what I was thinking. Shit. Damn it! Well, maybe he does take them and make them work for them. There was a league of villain-looking people.
Yeah, they are very pathetic.
The one you're shaking around.
Oh, God.
Oh! Snagged.
Oh! Oh, he's rubbing him in the freaking concrete.
It's so funny that these guys keep going in knowing they're so outclassed every single time.
That was cool. That was really cool. I want want to see his face more.
Oh no!
Oh, he's gonna be at 100.
It's already.
Bro, why is he a giant?
Oh. I didn't think this was gonna be the guy who makes people bend the knee. Yikes, man.
See you, brats.
There's that music. What number we at, boys? What number we at? Yeah, felt
yeah.
that. I heard that little change of music.
Go ahead, Mom.
It's about to pop off. Oh! Damn! Can we get some question mark today? Question marks?
I need that in my life.
I don't think it matters.
Yeah, you have to defend
He's going
him.
after your brother.
I love that. That is so cool.
Shit.
Oh, he's jacked.
Don't
Damn.
An adult like him.
Mob.
Wow.
Did Mob actually meet his match? Knock the wind out of him.
Do something,
He's gotta
man.
snap. Please.
Let that loss help you. Come on. Damn.
Maybe the extreme emotion will help him. Oh my god, he is getting destroyed.
Ritsu, come on. There we go. Come on. He doesn't want you anymore. You're the small fry.
I don't think he knows that, though. Oh, that's... Yeah. I was gonna say, the moment he touches him... Scared shitless. Can you feel it? My animosity.
Oh, that's just the halfway?
It's the halfway. We have, oh my god.
I thought that was the end. Yeah.
Or did the buildings go in this small alley? Oh my god, break his face.
If you're gonna have a face after this.
Woo!
Let's go! He just took it?
No, he ate that.
Okay.
He tried punching it.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Is he gonna nuke the city?
Prominence bar, motherfucker!
That's what it looks like.
Shit! He just unlocked the portal to the next dimension. I like it. I like the show's great when he gets over 100. It's so good.
Did you see that? He just went into another reality.
So Ritsu, you want to have a brotherly fight still? What?
It didn't. That trump card didn't work that well.
Dimple, join in. Come back to me, little bro.
Who? Who's he bringing?
Teru. Yun Shinkai. Oh, captured.
Hopefully Taro's here. Teruki, whatever.
Stop!
Oh,
no
Mom.
way! Again!
my god.
Oh, smart move for you, but that sucks for Ritsu.
Wow, Dimple was trying to actually help. That's crazy.
He needs somebody to con at the end of the day. It's his long con. You never asked him how he was doing? It was a cry for help, him asking about Mom.
Yeah. I think so. Claw.
Ah, what do you know?
Oh no, Sekai. Over 100 experts? Oh my god.
Whoa.
Gotham Mass looking city.
That's in our world? What in the Blade Runner just happened? Was that like in our actual world?
Yes, Sam.
You say it so confidently. This world has been just backlot Japan.
It was Gotham City. Couldn't you tell?
Yeah. True. Yes. I mean, they ran from me in the end. Yeah. They ran from me. 3 times ago.
Yeah, it was only a trick that worked. You better, Dimple, if you want to live any longer. For real. Dang it. Yeah, right, because he thought it was him. Did they take the kids too?
Yeah, they tied him up.
Damn.
Right.
No.
They had such minimal powers too.
We're real espers, bro. Introducing ourselves.
I like that.
Me levitating Sam. Right now. This is the place. This is Gotham City.
Gosh, it feels like a finale already. Alright, cool. This episode was so jam-packed. It felt really long, actually. And it was, like, the best one, too.
Yeah, that was really long.
Like, it felt like it was a 40-minute episode. By the time we got to the halfway mark, I was like, we still have another half.
Yeah.
And then it felt like the episode would have ended when we got to the end of the fight in the alley, and there was still a whole bunch of, like,
more
exposition to keep going to lead us to the next episode. Which is kind of... I mean, that's good. And like I said, this is probably my favorite episode, so good job, Mob.
Yeah, that was solid. I mean, outside of, like, the cool fight, it's just cool to be introduced to, like...
The storytelling elements were all...
Yeah, it was just cool to be introduced to, like, more to the story than just, like, brothers with powers.
And, like, even from, like, a post talks, you probably can already see, like, we're interested in, like, the narrative portion. Like, the show, like, it's a bit unique because on the surface it doesn't really feel like there's a whole lot happening. Because it's, like we said, it's kind of, like, light and jokey a lot of time, but there's obviously been, like, this underlying feeling that the show is going for about, like, the adolescence of these kids and where their emotions lie and where it navigates them. But this was actually refreshing to continue. Man, Ritsu, it's so funny because Mom's the main character, but simultaneously, like, they're actually doing pretty well at filling in Ritsu also.
Yeah.
Giving him a lot of depth these past 2 episodes.
Yeah.
What a genuine conversation for anime to have between the two brothers. I feel like that's kind of refreshing for them to just kind of like spit out all their shit feelings towards each other, or at least Ritsu. It's sad too, though. Once again.
Oh yeah, I mean, like the animosity that they have, or that he has for him, over, just feeling insecure and insufficient about who he is compared to who his brother is, and then also like, he did genuinely fear his brother. Mm-hmm. He saw his brother beat up all those people that beat him up. So he was like, man, I'm kind of scared of him because clearly he snapped at something, and if I make him snap, And, like, we don't get the full backstory on their relationship, so we don't know if that ever happened another time, but Mob's emotions, they did go up when the brothers had an interaction. Like, it went up to 7%, which is not much, but just saying that even the brother can... It's not like... Even though Mob is very protective of his brother can still do things that can set him off and irk him. So, has that happened before and we're just not aware of it? I mean, I don't know. I feel like they would have brought it up of like, you hit me once too or beat me up. But still, regardless, for a younger brother, I can imagine why you'd be scared, Yeah,
it's hard to know because, like, the show hasn't taken the time yet to explore what is the real... reason for Mob being kind of comatose in his personality, like other than the bullies that got beat up back then. Was that the moment that Mob kind of lost all form of personality? I mean, there's not a whole lot of room. These kids are middle schoolers, so I guess that might be the only thing. But I don't know if there's like anything else that would have led to Mob being the way he is. But Mob is such a sweetheart that it's kind of wild to me that Ritsu feels like he couldn't express himself to Mob. Because, I mean, a lot of people just express... I don't know. It's weird that Ritsu feels the way he does because it feels like everybody and their mom shares their feelings towards Mob, and the same response is always the same. It's very minimal results that you get.
Well, I think he's just scared because he's seen the extreme of it. He walks on eggshells because he knows what the end result could be. Because ultimately, too, it's like you don't really... Like, until Mob hits that, like, 90% or, like, 85% area, you don't really notice that he's annoyed. There isn't, like... It's not like he's, like... At 10%, he's like, okay. And then at 40, he's like, you're kind of pissing me off. Like, there's no cue to figure out where Mob is on the cycle. Right. So it's like, by the time you do something, it's too late.
It's weird, too. Like, the 7%, like, that kind of thing, that's not abnormal. It feels abnormal because the way the show structures it, it's like, well, if you go to a limit, you're going to kill people.
Yeah.
But also, like, today's example is the triggering event to immediate 100 is in like hurting the brother. Yeah. So for the brother to be scared, to me it's like that 7%. That's the okay percent. And I feel like if Mob just understands that gaining is okay, then he can be a normal person. Like what he's feeling is okay. It's just the way he's channeling it is like the bad part.
The very unhealthy portion.
So I feel like the show needs to start to... Like, I don't know how they get to that point of conversation, but...
I mean, Ritsu's like...
I feel like Ritsu's the trigger. Like, Ritsu has to be the one to piss him off for him to realize the end result doesn't have to be murder. Yeah. Murderous intent. Because it has to be coming from, like, the brother to be like, well, I'm at 100.
Yeah.
Who am I going to use it on?
Well, I think the only other thing, too, is, like, maybe Ritsu just needs to be powerful enough to, like, subdue Mob. Like, they actually do need to have a brother fight.
Yeah.
Outside of just being childish and being like, I want to be able to beat up my brother or be able to, like, stand toe-to-toe with my brother. He just needs to have it out, Do you think there's actually, like, another person in Mob? I'm still not really sure how, like, what the show's going with the narrator during Tero's episode was like, Tero had no idea what he was watching when he went to ... Like, it was almost as if it was another entity. Oh, yeah.
And then there was that episode that ended with Ritsu sitting at the TV and it flashed back to him, and the revelation supposedly was, that wasn't my brother. Is that just, like, metaphoric? Like, they don't feel like it's the brother because he's lost sight of himself? Or is it, like, an actual other thing, like a possession?
I don't know. Your guess is as good as mine. I kind of lean towards it's probably just, like, a part of the brother that's just so suppressed that nobody realizes that it exists within him. I don't necessarily think it's going to be like a spirit or entity or
like
a
personality.
A dimple that's underneath. You
Right.
know, it's not going to be something like that.
Yeah, you'd think there would be some form of hint if otherwise, because Dimple... Oh, maybe not, because Dimple hasn't possessed Mob. Yeah. I was going to say, if Mob had been possessed by him, maybe Dimple would be like, hey, somebody's already hosting you.
Yeah.
Or, like, possessing you. But that hasn't happened, so maybe... I don't know. Maybe it's open-ended so far, so that we don't know for sure.
Yeah.
But... yeah, then we got the fight. The fight was awesome. Well, yeah. Sorry, not between the brothers, but...
The fight between...
The new bloke.
Yeah, the pierced lip man and...
Right, and they murdered everybody at the labs. And I think those kids... There's a chance that the kids that got arrested, like Elvis Presley and the other ones, the twins from the intro, maybe they're going to be a part of the cronies, the baddies. Because the sword guy who came in and pulled up, right now it's just the sword guy and the Mohawk guy. We don't know if there's any more of them. Maybe they are going to recruit some of the lesser people. I don't know.
Yeah.
They're just a little too weak. Maybe not. But yeah, then we got introduced to the hooded figure.
Yeah, the Mohawk man.
There wasn't a name, was there?
I don't think so. We haven't been named Swordman and Scarface.
Damn, he looks so familiar.
Ugly.
No, familiar.
Familiar?
Yeah.
Okay, interesting.
I mean, I don't know why.
Not like your brother?
No.
It's like your dad?
No.
My dad
not from this show. He just feels familiar from, like, anime. Like, he looks like another character. I can't really place why he reminds me of something.
You think you've seen a clip of Mob Psycho before?
No, I don't think so. I don't know. I don't know what anime. Maybe I'll have to think on it.
Yeah. What an awesome fight, though. Like, just, everything about it was just... The stuff that this show does is, like, so trippy when it comes to the fight. Like, we're paused when we're seeing the Mohawk Pierce Man when he's got his, like, fight, fists up in the fight and says, don't underestimate me, brat. But it was just cool to see, like, the barrier, initially... They did barriers earlier in the season, but when I saw barrier, I thought it was just the silhouette of the energy around Mob, but it's not. It's literally like a bubble, and you can see like the shine of the energy go by, and it even like refracts the light and makes them look a little bit different. So anyways, I just think that's really cool because it's something you just don't see too often. And his telekinetic helix, like, powered up. I mean, it gave him strong fists. There's nothing crazy about it. But it looked cool.
It was effective, though.
It was very effective.
It's pretty intense. The way Mob got handled.
Yeah, Mob gets folded pretty decisively throughout this fight until he snaps.
There's a lot of good, like, animation in this episode. We're looking at the fight sequences. I'm probably not going to remember the things to throw up. But just for reference, like, the way they do, like, slow-mo in the show when a character gets hit, it almost looks like real slow-mo. It doesn't look like somebody framed shot for shot because it's so kind of flawless. It's really nice. And, like, the way his hair flew towards the end of the fight. Animation is just getting so damn good. And it's funny because this isn't like Demon Slayer where it has like a gloss and a polished look to it. It's not even like Jujutsu Kaisen that has like a really nice 4K look. But you can tell like that this is really like well done animation.
It keeps the goofiness of the animation but still does it at like such a high quality in these moments that it just looks very good. And even the stuff of like when Mob goes crazy and he like they go supernova into the sky and he slams him down and when he basically makes contact with the ground when it does the flash of the universe real quick for a second, it's just or space. It's such a cool touch to add to the fight and I have no idea what the hell that means other than just being visually like wow, it's so cool. Yeah, he punched him so hard that he opened up another reality. I don't know.
One of my favorite things in anime, and this show's already done it a couple times, is like the way concrete slabs like break and explode around something.
Oh
being
yeah, like
pushed into it.
My hero's done that a lot too. Yeah,
I love that.
Yeah, it looks cool.
It's a really cool effect. You see a lot of times, but it shows like the crater impacts and makes you really feel the punches that are being thrown around. I love that you were like saying for a moment, is there even an alley? Because it looked like they destroyed the whole alley, then the alley reappeared.
Yeah, well, that's why I like sometimes in stories when the planes. Sorry, I'm pausing because I want to see the universe portion again.
We're watching the sequence, yeah, where he's getting full throttle down to Earth. It looked at like a shot we saw from Fire Force too, like that right there, and My Hero. That's like Todoroki and Deku right there.
Yeah, just the random space. Yeah, it is like Todoroki and Deku. But sometimes I like when. Okay, have you ever played a Pokemon game before? It's fine if you have
briefly on Game Boy.
I don't know if other Japanese RPGs are like this, but so when it's like you'll be standing, like you could meet someone in this room. This isn't a very big room for people that can't see it, but you'll meet someone in this room to fight for a Pokemon battle, and then there's a scene transition, and then the room becomes like a bigger version of the room. You know what I mean? To like, or like if you were in a hallway. And the hallway was like relatively big, but then when you go into the actual fight, it like expands the space even more to make it look like you're fighting in a stadium-esque thing, no matter the situation or where you're at. So,
that's cool.
Yeah. I don't know. I like when stories do that. It was funny and it made it seem the alley was completely gone, but it was cool to see them like in their own, not liminal space, but their own area that they're fighting in, and not necessarily have to worry about the constraints of what's going on around them. It was very short-lived, of course, because then he's throwing them into the walls and back and forth. Just nerdy animation stuff. And then Ritsu was just taken away. He got, Mob got pepper sprayed and bamboozled unconscious, and Ritsu was able to sneak away with him.
Also, shout out to Taro this episode. He really pulled through after he got his ass handed to him. He's kind of been like the MVP for us. He's helping the story plummet forward, and he's also like keeping things together. Like I like that he's like the advisor, kind of the role I thought Arataka would play a lot more. But I guess because Arataka's not powered, I think.
Yeah.
He can't really play much of a role with the superhero portion of it. So I like that Taro's kind of like he's not the strongest one, but he's like the one who knows. Like he has experience. Like today he filled us in on like the cult, the evil cult that wants to take over the world because they've been chasing after him today, that was a cool like lore dump. We have Gotham that Will was talking about, some crazy city where they're stealing powered people,
children,
trying to use them to destroy the world at large.
Yeah, and just become the rulers of it.
And that's the reason Taro's had his own apartment. How weird! What a weird thing.
And they're also trying to manufacture psychic powers as well. Kind of like what the dude was doing that got Ritsu involved in the first place.
Claw's the name. Yeah, well, I mean, the whole Claw portion being added in definitely makes the story a lot more exciting. It feels bigger in scope, which makes it more exciting for me because it feels like there's a farther destination to get to rather than adolescence.
Yeah. That was the thing that I was that made the episode interesting to me, because it's just like there is something more that we're dealing with. The emotional stuff and like the inner workings of each character, or well, specifically the brothers, is definitely very interesting. But
it's fun to have
it's fun to have a story and things happening and people being involved in. The Teruki blonde pillarhead boy, he's involved. I like that characters are joining the story and staying in the story. It's not just like the club girl that's the president wants to be a telepath, that she's just there and just does the telepath thing. Like, she's not involved in the story. She doesn't really add anything. Whereas these other characters, like Dimple, like Teruki, like Reagan, like they all are adding to it.
So. And I like that too, because I wouldn't say the show was too on the nose, like it was too clear. I mean, it reminds me a little bit of Chainsaw Man, where that show was like story driven, and then we had to like kind of infer that the plot was more about like the emotional side of those characters. Where this, it's like the kind of the opposite. There was really no story to lead anywhere, but we were just sitting with characters that have to deal with their emotions. So it's nice that we have more of an incorporation of a to B location that we can now fight the claw and also deal with our feelings.
Yeah.
Because half the characters weren't that interesting to me. Like, I don't really, like I've said before, I don't really like the school characters that much, other than Onigara. Because, like, a lot of them don't have a lot of depth other than Mob, or, like, potential depth. Because all of them are, like, odd. We got the trash can guy, we got the two girls that don't really serve a purpose yet. Like, one's trying to find info, the other girl is just alien girl. And then the muscle club's just the muscle club. They're cool, but, like...
Yeah.
The story's been most of the characters that aren't really a part of our specific school, so...
Yeah.
This is exciting.
I don't know anything else.
Guys, let us know... Lettuce. Your favorite part on a burger. Let us know who's your favorite... what was your favorite scene today? Just tell us that, because there was a bunch to choose from. And we'll see you in the next episode. Punch it! Rah! Punch it, man!
Bottom up.